So the doctor said, if this is my thermometer, where's my pen?
What's up, all you sexy motherfuckers? Welcome to our very first episode of Cherry Poppin'. That's right, it's gonna be our first fucking episode, our first podcast. We have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Just to remind you, this is a podcast, so if you're staring at your screen, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be the same picture. But we have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. We're not even prepared for this. We don't even have microphones. I'm here like a dumbass talking into my fucking cellular phone, and I have no idea how I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna try to pull it off. Cherry Poppin', our inaugural episode, is all about the first time people fuck, people get down, and it's always weird whenever you have sex with someone for the very first time. Everybody has high expectations, and next thing you know, everything just falls into shit. Murphy's Law, everything that can go wrong will go wrong, and it does most of the time. Now, we've been trying to get people to do conversations about the first time they fucked on YouTube, and as soon as we bust out the camera and we start recording, they shut up. They don't say a goddamn thing. So we figure that maybe we can turn it into a podcast instead of a video, and we'll see if they can do it as a podcast where there's no showing of faces, no nothing like that, just voices. So we'll see how it goes. Now, if people are going to trust us with their sexual experiences, we have to do it ourselves. So the very first episode of Cherry Poppin' is going to be my wife and I. I know, you think of Cherry Poppin', everybody thinks it's about losing their virginity. But how many of you out there actually still talk to the person that took your virginity away? Do you? My wife is here. I'm sorry. Baby, say hi.
Hi.
Do you still talk to the person that took away your virginity?
Fuck no.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, there's no hard feelings there. You know, you can tell. I guess you guys ended it on a good note, huh? No, and I hardly talk to the person that took away my virginity. What was his name? Pastor Frank, something like that. Yeah, I just remember being an altar boy and getting extra credit for my altar boy duties. But anyway, so yeah, nobody talks to their first timers anymore. The ones who took it away, deflowered them, if you will. So we're going with couples. Now it's going to be me and my wife here, and we're going to talk about actually the first time we fucked. But before we get into that, we're going to do some fucking foreplay for you guys. We're going to massage your ears. We're going to rub your brain just a little bit and get you all nice and wet and ready for us until we fucking just put it in and fucking get everybody all nice and hard and excited. So anyways, we're going to tell you the first time we met, and then we're going to go into the first time we fucked. All right, my wife is going to go ahead and do her first, her way. I'm going to give her the mic first. Now, babe, okay. When I knew I was going to do a podcast with you, I knew that I was going to have to explain to you that you got to elaborate a lot. Because I pictured myself doing this podcast and looking at my wife, asking her a question, and she shakes her head. Something tells me she was going to do that. I was like, babe, it's a podcast. You have to answer. When you give the stories, you have to be very descriptive, okay? And that's another thing why we wanted to do couples, because, again, nobody talks to the person who took away their flower. But we wanted both sides of the story. See, if I asked a guy about his first time in bed, guys are fucking assholes. We're going to lie. We're like, yeah, man, fucking I wore her raw and fucking I lasted 2-3 hours and I gave her 10,000 orgasms. And I have nobody to, compare the story to. At least here, I have two sides of the story. So we're going to start with the first time that we met. Go ahead, babe. Take it away.
Putting me on the spot here.
Well, I fucking told you we're gonna do this. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, god damn it. Okay. All right, let me go first. Let me paint a picture for you guys. I just started college, and I went to San Antonio, and I transferred my job over there in Blockbuster. Now, for those of you young motherfuckers who don't know what Blockbuster is, Blockbuster was before Netflix, was before Hulu, Amazon Prime, all that fucking streaming bullshit, HBO Go, Redbox, thank you. Before all that streaming bullshit, it was a place where you can get where the movies would come out, just like Redbox. Every Tuesday, the new movies would come out, but they'd be at a store. And you'd have to rent them, rent the DVDs or the VHS. Oh my God, VHS. We're showing our fucking age, right? Okay.
I remember we just had a tiny little wall section, maybe 3 feet across. that was our DVD section.
Yes, that's when DVDs first started coming out. Everything else was fucking VHS. So anyways, so when a new movie would come out, they would come out on VHS or sometimes DVDs. And you would rent them, you'd go watch them, you have a certain allotted time to watch them, and then you'd have to return them. Okay, so that was my gig. I actually was an assistant manager at Blockbuster here where I'm from. Went to San Antonio. I actually was able to get a transfer. Now, I remember going there, and it was on the Richie side of town. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is so awesome. I'm going to see so many fucking hot chicks, hot rich chicks. I'm going to marry one of these chicks, and I'm not going to fucking work forever in my life, and it was going to be fucking awesome. Didn't happen that way, but I did meet a hot chick. So I remember my very first day going to Blockbuster, and I'm looking around, and I didn't see that many hot chicks. Every once in a while, you'd see one little hottie. I was like, oh, how you doing? But mainly, it was just a bunch of little crybaby rich boys. And I was like, whatever. But then, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, the doors opened up, and I saw this one blonde-headed chick, and she walked past the counter, and she was wearing this ugly fucking, like, flannel or a plaid shirt. It was fucking hideous, but that didn't take away from any of her beauty. She walked past the counter, she did like a U-turn, and she was facing me, and she started walking right towards me. And right then and there, like a fucking White Snake video, her hair was blowing in the wind. There's fucking light strobing everywhere. There's a bright light coming from her, and all I heard was Dreamweaver. It was fucking awesome. Everything just slowed down to a crawl, like the fucking Flash, man. When he runs, everything is just stopped. And she starts walking right towards me, and I'm looking. She makes eye contact with me, and in my head, I'm like, holy shit, she's coming right towards me. She comes up right towards the counter, looks at me, and she says, hi. Instant fucking boner. I was like, holy shit. I fucking muster up the words to say hi back. And then she looks at me and she says the best things I will ever hear. She says, can I have my check? In my mind, I'm giving myself fucking high fives, mental high fives everywhere. Everybody is cheering because that made me think she fucking works there. Are you fucking kidding me? And fucking there's a parade going on in my head. There's fireworks going on in my fucking head. I mean, the mayor in my head gave me the key to the city. And then all of a sudden, I had to say something else. And I was like, yeah. I turn around and get her fucking paycheck. And that was the very first time I met her. And I remember it so vividly. And to be honest with you, I remember that more than the first time we fucked, to be honest with you. We were talking about it earlier. And there's a lot of spots that we fucking forgot. So we're going to try to muster through it. Okay. Now, you tell them your version of the first time you saw me.
First time I saw you, I wasn't wearing a flannel shirt.
Yes, you were.
I was wearing a gray skirt and a sheer black blouse.
Yes, you were, you fucking liar.
I don't remember the flannel shirt.
Yes, it was it was not a flannel shirt, but it was plaid. It had squares, like different color squares, and it was fucking nasty. But yeah, I was like, okay, she obviously doesn't have a fashion sense, but I still want to fucking pork her.
Anywho. No, it was the same. There wasn't that much difference in what you said. I remember walking up to you and making eye contact, and you had this goofy grin on your face. Like, you didn't want to smile, but you wanted to smile, so there was a half smile. I don't know how to explain it. It was just goofy looking. It's not your normal smile. And I remember you, when I asked you for my check, you had trouble getting the safe open that was behind the counter to where we kept all of the paychecks. And so you had to wait for the other assistant manager to come and open up the safe so that I could get my paycheck.
Because the rookie couldn't fucking do it, right?
Well, granted, I'll give it to you. It was your first day, so.
Yeah, and I had fucking hot chick on my mind. You know, there's a parade going on in my fucking head, and you expect me to open a fucking safe, really?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the first time we met. And from there, just a quick sidebar. The first time we actually worked together, it wasn't that long afterwards. I remember I didn't have class that day, and I was looking forward to not doing shit all day long, sitting on the fucking couch, binge watching whatever the fuck is on the TV, ordering a pizza, slamming some fucking beers, and I was gonna be in heaven. But my manager calls me and is like, "Hey man, can you come in? I got a doctor's appointment, and I need someone to watch the store." And he left me a message because I didn't answer. Checked the message. I was like, "This motherfucker." So I was gonna call him back. Well, I did call him back, and I was gonna tell him some fucking bullshit like I can't make it, I got school or whatever the fuck. And then I remember hearing her voice answer the phone. She's like, "Hi, thanks for calling Blockbuster. This is so and so." And I'm like, "Oh my god, it's fucking her!" And fucking I tell her, "Yeah, can you put the manager on the phone?" I was still very timid to talk to her. She's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." She puts the manager on the phone, and I'm like, "I'm there, dude." I'm literally like, turn around. I'm at the door right now. I fucking hurried my ass over there. I was like, "Dude, you know what? Take your time. It's medical, dude. You never know what's up, man. Take your time. Here's $50. Go take your fucking wife out to lunch. It's on me. Fuck yeah, just take your time." And we flirted our asses off that whole fucking shift. Well, I did. I don't know if she fucking picked it up, but I certainly did. I've never been a man's man. Like, I've never been one to hit on a chick. I always relied on my personality because I sure as fuck don't have the looks. I have a fucking podcast, man. I got a face for radio. Fuck yeah. So I always relied on my personality to pick up on chicks. And I was never like, "Hey, baby," or give you any fucking corny lines like fucking "Did it fall when you fell from heaven?" or something stupid shit like that. I always had to rely on my personality, and it's seemed to work so far. Because I landed the girl I wanted to marry. So yeah, fuck it. Do you remember the first time we worked together?
I remember the phone call. I don't remember the rest of the day.
Okay.
I can't remember the rest, but I do remember that phone call. I remember you calling and asking to speak to the manager, but other than that, I remember you got upset with me for how I restocked all the movies.
This fucking bitch. Look, son of a bitch. Look, okay. When you were done with your movie and you didn't want to go into the store, they had a drop box. So you throw your fucking movies in there. So at the end of the day, throughout the fucking day, not at the end of the day, throughout the whole fucking day, that drop box is full of fucking videos that customers are just dropping off. So you have to scan them in. You have to make sure they're rewound. Yeah, try doing that with a DVD now. It takes forever. But you have to make sure they're rewound, put it back into the little sleeve, the little jacket. Then you had to arrange it alphabetically, and then you had to stack a whole bunch of movies and go put them back on the floor so someone could get them, rent them out again, put it in your fucking Dropbox so you can fucking rewind it, put it back in your shit, put it back on the floor. It was a vicious cycle. Yeah, it was. It was a pain in the ass. So to make it go quicker, I would stack like these VHS tapes fucking 15 to 20 high. Fucking, I could barely grab the one on the top, but I would go around real quick putting shit back to where it was at. Every time I turned around for this fucking chick, she had 4 fucking tapes. 4 fucking tapes in her hand. She would go and she would briskly walk towards the fucking where it belonged. She would put it down, and then she'd get distracted by a movie that's next to it. She was like, "Oh, this looks like a cool movie." And she'd start reading the fucking description in the back. And by the meantime, I've already put away 30 fucking tapes. I was like, "Hey, fucking get the lead out." Good thing she was fucking hot. If not, I would have been fucking pissed. And
you were fucking pissed.
Oh, I was fucking pissed. But oh my god, what made it easier is that she would always wear these little shorty shorts. Like you weren't a cheerleader, but you were in dancing. So
in drill team.
Yeah, she was in drill team, and then I drilled her. But anyway, she was in drill team, so she wasn't a cheerleader, but she was in drill team, so she danced a lot, and she had her legs were just fucking pure muscle, man, and they fucking her shorts would barely cover her butt cheek, and oh my god, she was like about 90% leg when I fucking met her, and I was like, oh my god, fucking awesome. Now let's skip over to the first time we actually fucking did it. Now, this chick had 2 jobs, to be honest with you. She was in school. She had 2 jobs, one at Blockbuster and then one at the bank.
Compass Bank. When it was still Compass Bank, not BBVA Compass.
I don't think anybody gives a shit the name of the fucking bank. I think they're like, it was Compass? What? Oh my god, no. That's good. Oh my god. Let's stop talking about sex completely and let's focus on the name of the financial institution. But anyway, yes.
You're a dick.
I know. So, she had 2 jobs. I remember I opened in the morning. I want to say it was a weekend because she didn't have school. I opened in the morning And when I get there, I loved opening for Blockbuster because you have, as a manager, you have certain duties that you have to accomplish, and they give you like 2.5 hours to accomplish these duties. When in reality, it takes 15 fucking minutes to do these duties. So I would do these duties real quick, and then I would just fucking put in a movie and watch it. Or if I didn't get any sleep or I was fucking hungover as fuck, I would crash out somewhere, set my alarm, and then be ready to come back. But anyways, after I did my duties, this chick shows up at the door, and right away I open up for her. He's like, yeah, come on in, whatever the fuck. Now, granted, we had been flirting our asses off every single time we worked here, but we haven't been on a date yet, right?
No, because I was 17 still, so we wanted to wait to start dating until I turned 18.
Yeah, but you weren't 17 when we fucked.
No, I had just turned 18.
Yeah, she was 18 and I was 20.
20.
Yeah, for all you...
You're about to be 21.
Yeah, for all you fuckers about to call Chris Hansen, or no, what's that dude's name? The To Catch a Predator guy? Or all you fuckers who I got the phone on 911, chill your fucking horses, all right? She was 18, I was 20 when we fucked. So, she came in, and we had been flirting our ass. I think we even kissed a couple of times in Blockbuster, did we?
Yeah.
Okay, but we hadn't been on any dates. Oh my God, we fucked and we hadn't been on any dates. You're such a slut.
So are you.
I know, and I like it. Okay, she comes in and we're flirting, and we're kind of splotchy on the exact details. But somehow, some way, we end up in the horror section. we end up at the horror section of Blockbuster Video. We still had plenty of time before we had to open, so the doors were closed. Nobody was coming in. So this is what I remember. Let me tell you. She was sitting down on the floor. First of all, she was wearing, I don't remember the shirt she was wearing, but she was wearing this skirt that ended just above the knee. And it was like a very loose skirt, and it's very flowy, very thin, you know. So when she moved, it would flow back and forth. So she was sitting on the floor. Her back was against the movies on one of the aisles, and her legs were out straight. After a while, I laid down on my back, and my head was on her lap. So I was looking up at her. Real, romantic moment there for a second.
I think what you did was you tried to tell me your back was hurting, and that's why you had to lay down.
Whatever fucking lie I had to give you to get next to your fucking hoo-ha. So my head was laying on her lap, and I was looking up at her. She was looking down on me, sitting down with her legs straight. Then I don't remember what I said, but I said something where she's like, you asshole. And we started playing a little bit. And I think she wanted to get back at me. So what she did was, remember, her legs were straight. So she ends up bending her knees. Her legs are stay together, but she bends her knees, which makes my head fall off her lap and onto the floor, which meant that she was sitting down with her legs bent, kind of like at a 90-degree angle, and my head fell down to the floor. My head was on her lap. So now my head is under her knees, and I'm staring at her fucking hoo-ha because she has a skirt on. So my head hits the floor, and I see the back of her knees above me, and I'm like, wait, she's wearing a skirt. That means I'm gonna look up her skirt. I turn around, and sure enough, I see these gorgeous fucking legs. I see the bottom part of her bum sticking out, and then I see, you can tell she was fucking wearing a thong, and I'll never forget her fucking underwear. They were white underwear with black stripes, and you can see just, the muff, the lips, the fucking honey pot. It was right there, and it lasted what seemed to be decades, where I was just staring at it. It was so beautiful. And again, fucking the Whitesnake music came on. There was fucking light coming from it, and it was, I think a fairy came out of it at one point. And it definitely, I know a fucking unicorn definitely came out of there one time. But it must have been just a couple of seconds because she realized, oh shit, he can see my underwear. And then she moved her legs back again. And I think she put my head back on her lap. But oh my God, what a fucking sight. Now, we're both a little hazy on how we started fucking. After that, we're kind of hazy. Do you remember that part where my head was between your legs?
I don't remember it.
Do you remember my head on your lap?
Vaguely.
Do you remember you on the floor?
Yes.
Do you remember that time I roofied you and the whole football team got... Oh, never mind.
Well, then no, I don't remember.
Good. And if you guys want videos, be sure to email me at everydayrandomshit. No, I'm just kidding.
You're a dick.
I know. But so, okay, so you vaguely remember my head on your lap.
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay. So, well, it happened because that is the one thing I remember distinctly is your nice little panties. Oh, it's so fucking awesome. I'm fucking getting hard.
Do I still have those panties?
No. I don't think I would want you to have those panties. Fucking, ladies and gentlemen, we've been fucking for 15 years. Those panties would be fucking 15 years. No, absolutely not. Go get a fresh pair, you nasty bitch. Okay. So anyways, after that, I'm sure we made out a little bit.
I guess so.
Yeah, see, we don't remember that much. But what we do remember is when we're finally going to do it. Next thing you know, she's on her back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's on her back, I'm on top of her, and I reach in, and I don't remember if I take off her panties or if I move them on the side. Do you remember?
I want to say you moved them to the side.
Okay, so I moved them to the side. Did I take off my pants?
I don't think so.
Okay, so...
I think you may have just kind of pulled them down, but left your boxers on.
So I just, pretty much whipped it out.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, all right. I don't remember how we got the panties off or if we moved them or whatever, but I do remember that we were doing it.
Yeah.
But it's for those of you guys who have fucked on the floor, it's different. Unlike a bed where the bed has give and it gives back to you, you can actually kind of bounce in cadence with it and it'll help you out, right? But on the floor, it's just pump, stop, pump, stop, pump, stop. And if you do it too hard, especially on a cheap ass rug like Blockbuster, it's gonna hurt. So I remember I didn't go too fast, did I?
No.
Yeah, you see, she fucking shook her head for a second. She shook her head and she said, but she forgot it's a podcast. She had to say something. But anyways.
I have to say something?
Shut up. If not, it's just me fucking talking and nobody wants to hear that. Anywho. So, okay. So I'm on top of her. I put it in. And again, I'm not pounding away because I knew I was fucking going to go quick. I knew I was going to come really fucking quick because she was so fucking hot and, oh, it felt so good. Fucking, I maybe lasted 8 pumps. I'm not going to lie. 8 fucking pumps. But it was long pumps. You know what I'm saying? Like slow-mo pumps. Like I would put it in and I would enjoy every single fucking millimeter of feeling that I got. I would put it in and oh, there's a head. Oh, and it's slowly slipping to the crest of my fucking Corona. What's it called? The Corona. And then now it's going to the shaft. And I would go fucking slow and enjoy that shit. Because I knew if I did 8 real quick, boom, 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 I'm done. So I went real slow enjoying it. And I knew I wanted to try to keep it going for a while, but it didn't last. It didn't last. I had to go. Now, me and my wife were trying to remember where I came. Did I come in her? Did I come on in her or what? And she's the one that actually remembered what it was. And when she said it, I was like, oh my God, yes, it did. Tell them where I came.
You came on the Blockbuster carpet.
And right then I was like, oh my God, yes, you're fucking right. I fucking pulled out and I just let it hang and I fucking marked the ground. I marked the ground and I remember because I want to say that she didn't know that I was going to come. I want to say that she didn't know I was going to come because I didn't fucking announce like, I'm coming. Because I didn't want her to be disappointed. I didn't want her to be like checking her watch. I was like, wow, fucking 13 seconds. That's a new fucking record. You know what I'm saying? So what I wanted to change the subject, but it's kind of hard to change the subject when you're inside a woman. You know what I'm saying? So rather than her think I fucking came quick, I was like, oh shit, I'm going to come. And then right away I was like, hey, maybe we should stop because I got to open real quick. But as soon as I said, hey, maybe, boom, dick was out and it's just shooting on the floor. And I was like, maybe we should stop because I got to open. Pretty soon. And yeah, and I want to say I could still see the stain every once in a while when I walk through because I put a paper towel on it, kind of to.
Did you really?
Yeah, to soak it. Like, whoa, there's fucking big old fucking thing of jizz right there on the floor. Someone's gonna notice it, right?
Well, yeah, someone would notice it, but you can't just lay a paper towel on top of something. You gotta actually clean it.
No. It's fucking jizz. I'm not a jizz mopper. I don't have a fucking PhD on how to clean jizz.
Well, that explains why you still saw a stain.
Shut up and let me tell a story, okay? Do you remember that? Do you remember me saying, "Hey, I'm gonna come," or?
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, it was so long ago. Like I said,
Yeah.
we've been fucking for 15 years. I remember every single detail of how I first met this chick, but not when we first fucked.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Do you remember anything about the sex? Was it enjoyable? I doubt I fucking made you come.
No.
Well, you don't have to answer so fucking quickly. Take your time. You're like, well, no, there was this. Okay, well, no, right away. I didn't even fucking finish asking the question. You're like, no. What a bitch.
No, I didn't, but I think it was because we were both kind of worried. We knew that was the one spot where the camera wouldn't see anything.
They fucking had cameras. I completely forgot about that.
How could you forget about the cameras?
They had cameras, yes. And you know what? At my old Blockbuster here, where we live now, you can adjust the cameras. You can tell the computer stop recording on this camera, and it will. Or you can tell them stop recording on all cameras for this interval of time, and it will. So I went back and I told the computer that, and that sophisticated fucking piece of machinery said, "Yeah, we don't do that here." I was like, "Oh shit!" So I think I remember seeing us, but you don't see anything. You see us walking down the horror section at a certain point, and then you can see us sitting down, like going down to sit down. But that's it. The movie's covered everything else, you know, and then 15 seconds later, we're up again and we're fucking out of there. You know what I'm saying? I forgot about the cameras. That's right.
Yeah, that was the reason why we picked the horror section, because you, being the assistant manager, knew the areas that the camera could and could not see.
Did I do recon on where to fuck?
I don't think you intentionally did, but you just knew.
Well, I'm a guy. I'm doing recon on where to fuck everywhere. You know, every fuck.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then maybe you did intentionally do recon.
You know, that's what we do as guys. We go into somewhere and we're like, okay, I could probably fuck there. I could probably fuck there. If we're single, we're like, okay, if some chick hits on me right now and she wants some deep down dicking, I can take her there. I can take her there. I can take her there. Ask any fucking guy. Just straight up pop quiz, motherfucker. If you were to fuck me right now, where would we go? Oh, he'd be like, oh yeah, there's 3 bushes that we just passed, and there's a bum next to it, but behind that, there's gonna be a porta potty. And he knows every fucking little detail and layout. And the only thing is fucking kind of odd when you go to church. But, you know, we're gonna say that for another podcast. But, so yeah, that's the first time we fucked. Do you have any other comments on it?
That was also the first place we kissed.
Yeah, Blockbuster first. Nobody cares about, oh, how romantic they can. No, these guys want to listen about how we fucked. My wife, always the romantic. Oh, that was the first time we kissed. It's so romantic.
No, I'm just saying, we broke a lot of ground at that Blockbuster.
I mean, literally, I was still a fat ass then. Literally, I shook the fucking foundation, you know? But did I at least do a good job on the further times we messed around?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I rock her world. I rock her world, don't I?
Yes, you rock my world.
All right. Here's the $5 I told you I'd give you to say that. There's $5. I didn't pay her to say that. She said it on her own free will.
Only $5?
This bitch is gonna fucking milk me for everything I have. Jesus Christ. All right, well, that's gonna be the end of Cherry Popping, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, if this turns out to be pretty good, we're gonna keep this going. If not, then we're just gonna let it fizzle out. Also, what I want to try to do is, towards the end of the video, during my sign out, I will see if the woman is willing for me to take a picture of, you know, like some cleavage or something like that. just so y'all can get a mental picture of, who we're talking about. I'm sure there's some chicks that would let me show pictures of their tits, but this is YouTube. They're not going to let that. So I was thinking maybe, pull down the shirt, the bra, nice little cleavage shot. So I'm going to see if I can work that in for every other episode. And I guess, we'll try with you. Well, don't give me your answer just yet. Let me do my sign off. That's going to be it for this first episode of Cherry Popping, guys. Dude, I feel like we should have a theme song before every episode. I'm not musically inclined, so I don't know how to do that. But I just picture like metal music, like and just like a quick 5 seconds, and then someone saying something like something, ain't no stopping, something, cause we're cherry popping, yeah. Is this something cool?
This coming from the guy who says he's not musically inclined. You just pulled some random shit out your ass, and it sounded pretty good.
Well, yeah, but shut up. Okay, well, we'll see if we can get a little song to introduce us or something like that. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode of Cherry Pop. That's like the third time I said that. I can't say goodbye. Okay, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe to Everyday Random Shit on YouTube. That's !T. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Both of those links are going to be down below in the description. What do you say, babe? Can I take a picture of your boobs and put it on YouTube?
No!
Peace out!